squad like, what? In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. In the field like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Mike, here we go, here we go. 180. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
First carry for James Conner. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Jim.
On first and 10 is Conner. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 70 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Wilson going to fake the give and keep it himself. Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 75 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. We'll go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
On second down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a second and long.
230. Whirl. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Hey, Alpha.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. He'll get that one complete to Connor. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and they're going to face a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
49 the mic. Watch 49. Target. Show that bench where we should go. 49. Hey, Delta. Let's go.
On third down, Roethlisberger. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Seahawks will take over at their own 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. Check 13. Check 13. Front left.
On second and 11 now. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
955. Good job right there. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Here's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
These two teams all tied after one.
Like 80. Check. Watch 54. Come on. Check. No foul. No spacing.
They'll run on first down. Connor. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Hey, alert.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Hey.
On the Seahawks 40-yard
Slam.
On second down now. It's Connor, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Second and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Check 15.
Connor on the toss play. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He gets this one to Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Alert. Check 55. Hey, 0. I got one.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. It's caught, Lockett. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Wilson, forced out to his left. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald. They were looking for Johnson that time.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. I think it's intercepted.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. 23 yards on the play.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
On first down, Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. To throw is Wilson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And an alley to run. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you, but the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1. It's not all on the running backs if you decide to run the football. That offensive line has got to protect them and wedge out some space because you can't just kneel. They take 3 timeouts. They're going to get the ball back in good field position with a chance to put points on the board. You've got to try and get a first down and run out this first half.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now it's Lockett. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. 12.
Now Wilson on first down. It's complete to Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 49. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Wilson going to throw again. They lock it with a grab over the middle. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And now this throw complete to Washington. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. Here's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Trey Flowers picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now it's Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Hey, let's get this. Friday. Check 25. Check.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for?
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Bud Dupree providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is fielded at the 27. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Johnson's got it complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood. Hey, check. Mike 50.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Complete. It's Johnson. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Roethlisberger now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He finds his man Johnson. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Going touch. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Easy.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
From the shotgun, Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Let's go, baby.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Wilson now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's the mic. Hey, check. Watch the shift. Got it. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Check 3. Check 24. Shift. Watch the shift. Check hot route. Hot.
Here's Wilson on 1st down. Flushed out right. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. 1st down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Double count right here. Double count.
Seahawks. 1st down.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Dancing to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
He hits his running back, Procise. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they open the lead up now to 25. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now, the intended receiver out of the backfield was Jalen Samuels, and it's 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger, and that's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Let's go, let's go. Zebra, zebra. Alert, alert, alert.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And this one's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
55.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it is incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively. That's Devin Bush making the play. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow. Talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep or protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Now this throw caught left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a 1st down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Staying on the ground with Samuels. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 48, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson, escaping the pressure right. It's caught, Lockett. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
Off. Watch 98. 98's the mic. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. What? Hey, 0, 0, 0. 98's the mic. Man out, man out, man out, man out.
Wilson wants to throw it. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Check 50, check 50.
This time Wilson will throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger, he's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will grateful job that much easier.